Merle Haggard wasn't just a country music legend. He was a voice for the broken, the downtrodden, and the restless souls of America. Yet behind the songs that became anthems for generations lies a story of struggle, loss, and a life that was often darker than the melodies he sang. By the time of his passing in 2016, Merle had achieved everything a musician could dream of. Yet the tragedy of his life is hauntingly undeniable. His story is a lesson in brilliance, shadowed by pain, and it's impossible to separate the two. Haggard's early life reads like a novel of hardship. Born in 1937 in Bakersfield, California, he grew up in poverty, abandoned by his father, and raised by his mother and grandparents. The instability of his childhood set the stage for the rebellion that would define him. Teenage years were marred by crime, alcohol, and brushes with the law. By 17, Merle was already in and out of reform schools and juvenile detention. Yet even in these bleak circumstances, music became his sanctuary, a rare thread of hope amid chaos. The real tragedy, though, is how early pain shaped patterns that would follow him for decades. Merle's battles with addiction and brushes with the law haunted him well into adulthood. Despite his meteoric rise in the country music world, he wrestled with demons that no stage, no applause could silence. Every triumph on the charts was mirrored by private struggle, revealing a man whose talent often masked profound inner turmoil. His personal life, too, was turbulent. Haggard married 5 times, and while his love affairs were passionate, they were often fraught with heartbreak. His children, too, endured the consequences of a father who was brilliant but sometimes absent, lost in his addictions or consumed by his art, even as his songs captured the trials of everyday Americans. His own life was a constant reflection of those very struggles. Fame never shielded him from pain. It only amplified it. And yet, Haggard's tragedy is paradoxical. His struggles became the fuel for his music. Songs like Mama Tried and If We Make It Through December weren't just commercial hits. They were confessions, cries for understanding, and windows into a soul shaped by suffering. His voice carried authenticity precisely because it was forged in hardship. Listeners felt it, and generations connected to him not just as a star, but as a human being who had endured and survived. The 1970s and 1980s marked the peak of his career. But even then, Merle's life was far from idyllic. Fame brought opportunity, but it didn't bring peace. Alcohol, personal loss, and the pressures of constant touring gnawed at him. He became a symbol of resilience, yes, but also of the price of genius. Every hit, single, and Grammy Award couldn't heal the fractures of a childhood filled with abandonment and trauma. His story is a reminder that success doesn't erase suffering. It only illuminates it in new ways. Later in life, Haggard's battles became even more poignant. Health issues and public struggles reminded fans that the cowboy image he projected was always at odds with the man beneath the hat. He continued to perform and record, often using music as both therapy and confession. Each song became a testament to survival, a way of turning personal tragedy into art that resonated with millions. And yet, the sadness lingered. A life marked by incredible talent and fame, but also by pain that never fully healed. The ultimate tragedy is that Merle Haggard's story is not unique. His life mirrors the struggle of countless artists, of those who wrestle with personal demons, even while inspiring the world. The irony is cruel. A man who sang of freedom, redemption, and the American dream lived a life where freedom was often elusive, redemption hard-won, and the dream forever tinged with sorrow. The very brilliance that elevated him also exposed him to relentless scrutiny and internal torment. Still, there's beauty in that tragedy. Haggard's music continues to echo long after his passing. It tells stories of love lost, dreams deferred, mistakes made, and resilience found. It is in these songs that he found immortality, a paradoxical legacy where pain becomes art. Struggle becomes story, and tragedy becomes triumph in the hearts of those who listen. Merle Haggard's life is a lesson in contradiction, joy and sorrow, fame and suffering, triumph and heartbreak, all intertwined. He gave voice to the voiceless, wrote for the weary, and sang for the broken. And while his personal journey was undeniably tragic, it created music that has transcended generations, speaking truths that many are too afraid to voice themselves. In the end, the sadness of Merle Haggard's life is inseparable from its greatness. His tragedy was profound, but it gave the world something eternal, songs that remind us that pain can create beauty. Suffering can inspire, and even the most troubled lives can leave a mark that lasts forever. His story is heartbreaking, yes, but it's also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the redemptive power of music.